Perkins!
Ah, delighted to see you, Mrs. Perkins. Mary, our friend, Mrs. Perkins.
How do you do, Mrs. Perkins? Won't you sit here?
Agatha?
How do you do? Won't you sit down?
Lord Brocklehurst, our valued friend, Mrs. Perkins.
For heaven's sake, Ernest, don't leave me for a moment. This sort of thing is utterly opposed to all my principles.
You stick with me, Brocky. I'll pull you through.
Monsieur Fleury,
The chef.
Ah, very charmed to see you, Monsieur Fleury.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Rolleston,
Ah, how do you do, Mr. Rolleston?
Mr. Tomset, Miss Fisher,
I'm very pleased to see you, Miss Fisher.
Oh, how delightful to meet you, Miss Fisher.
Miss Simmons,
You are always welcome, Miss Simmons.
Miss Simmons, won't you sit down?
Mademoiselle Jean,
Very charmed to see you, Mademoiselle Jeanne.
Mr. Traherne, this is Fisher, my maid.
Your what, Mary?
My friend.
Tweeny,
Ah, very nice to see you, Tweeny.
I saw you talking to Lord Brocklehurst just now. Introduce me.
That's an uncommon pretty girl, Ernest. If I must feed one of them, that's the one.
Oh, no, you won't. Oh, you are too pretty, my dear. Mother wouldn't like it. Now there's the one for you. Lovely girl, Brocky. Dying to meet you.
No.
Tweeny!
Lord Brocklehurst, Tweeny. Thank you, Ernest. Ernest.
Now then, girls, remember, condescension. And how are all at home?
Oh, fairish, my lord. If it's yours as you're referring to.
No. The baby. How's he?
Oh, blooming, your lord.
Ah, yes, lovely young fellow. I remember saying so when I saw him. Nice little lad.
Beg pardon, my lord. It's a girl.
Ah, yes. I distinctly remember saying, if it's spares, it'll be a girl. Ah, Mr. Crichton. Mary, our friend, Mr. Crichton.
Milk and sugar, Crichton.
I'm ashamed to be seen speaking to him, my lady.
To such a perfect servant as yourself, all this must seem most distasteful.
It
Do go on speaking, or I shall have to recite. You hate it, don't you?
pains me, my lady. After last month's meeting, the page boy, in a burst of equality, called me Crichton. He was dismissed.
I really do. How you can remain with us.
Oh, well, I should have felt compelled to give notice, my lady, had the master not had a seat in the upper house. I cling to that.
Do go on speaking. Tell me, what did Mr. Ernest mean by saying he was not young enough to know everything?
I have no idea.
But you laughed.
My lady, he is the second son of a peer.
Very proper sentiments. You are a good soul, Crichton.
Have you been to the opera? No. What kind of weather are you having in the kitchen, then? For heaven's sake, woman, be articulate at least.
No, my lady. The master may compel us to be equal and sit upstairs, but there will never be equality in the servants.
What's that, Crichton? No equality? Can't you see that our divisions into social classes are merely artificial? If we were to return to nature, which is the ambition of my life, then all would be equal.
May I contradict, Your Lordship?
Oh, go on.
The divisions into classes, my lord, are not artificial. They are the natural outcome of a civilized society. There must always be a master and servants in every civilized community, my lady. For that is natural, and whatever is natural is right.
It is very unnatural of me to stand here and allow you to talk such nonsense, Crichton.
Yes, my lord, it is. That is what I've been striving to point out to your lordship.
What is the matter with Fisher? She is looking daggers. Oh, the tedious creature. Some matter of etiquette, I suppose. How are you, Fisher? Oh, I have nothing, my lady. I have nothing to... Oh, dear, who says? His lordship has asked that kitchen wench to have a second cup of tea.
But why not?
If it pleases his lordship to offer it to her before offering it to me. Oh, so that is it. Would you like another cup of tea, Fisher? No, my lady. But my position. I should have been asked first. Oh, dear.
My friends, I'm glad to see you all here and looking so happy. It was once predicted by the scoffer that these meetings would prove distasteful to you. Are they distasteful? Oh no, I can hear you laughing at the question. That's right. And it does no harm in saying that we have one amongst us who was formerly hostile to the movement, but now I'm sure I can say who has been won round today. I'm of course referring to Lord Brocklehurst, who I'm sure will say to me presently that if the charming young lady by his side is deriving as much pleasure from his company as he is from hers, then both will be most satisfied. Today, friends, the artificial and unnatural, I say unnatural, barriers of society have been swept away. Would it could be forever? That is, of course, entirely and utterly out of the question. Dear friends, as I'm sure you're all well aware, we are to be separated. Mr. Traherne, Mr. Ernest, and my lovely daughters are to accompany me on a yacht, on a voyage to the far-flung corners of the earth. We are setting sail in less than 48 hours. Though, friends, do not think of our voyage on the yacht as one long idle holiday. No, no, no. My views on the excessive luxuries of life are well known, and I am resolved to practice what I preach. So, whilst on the yacht, my daughters, rather than having one maid each, as it is at present, will have but one maid between them.
My lord!
No, my mind has been made up.
I cordially agree.
And dear friends, I should like to offer you some piece of advice, some thought, some noble saying over which you might ponder in my absence. In this connection I remember a proverb. I first heard it many, many years ago. I have never forgotten it. It constantly cheers and guides me, friends. The proverb is... I'm sorry, no, the proverb was... The proverb to which I'm referring...
Oh dear, I believe he has forgotten it.
The proverb... I've got it now! No, the proverb...
Crichton.
The proverb... No, friends, please, do stay. No, don't go, I have it. The proverb is... Yeah. The proverb... Yes. It was good, wasn't it? But I didn't